Well, I suppose you'd like to know when I started the Junior League membership. It was different then. I had received a letter saying, I don't know how you, how did you know you were going to be proposed to the Junior League?
Well, I actually contacted them. My another sustainer, Kate McMullen, she kind of put in a good word of advice for me, and to Caroline and the others.
I
And so
see.
they invited me to the first meeting of September.
I just wondered how it worked now.
Yeah.
Because when I first, in fact, I didn't know much about the Junior League. And in the meantime, I had been teaching at Emma Willard, and I had the Harvey children. I had both of them, and I found out that Mrs. Harvey was the first president of the Junior League of Troy.
Oh.
And then a few years later, I had the Warnke children. Well, when Warnke's family owned Herbert's dress shop in Troy, and that was a very prominent shop. I had both of her children. So little by little, I began to hear about the Junior League, and then I have this letter saying that these two people were going to come and call on me, because in those days the president and the vice president came to your home and made a personal call, which was very nice. At the time, I was pregnant, very pregnant, and I didn't think that I could do anything about service. Oh, well, they said that isn't necessary. Right now, we allow for certain things. You are excused. Oh, that was very nice to hear. So I went through the provisional course, and I learned all about Troy, which, you see, not having been a native, I didn't really know too much about. And when I was teaching, I was up on the hill, far removed, so I didn't learn too much then either. But anyway, little by little, uh, the, I had the provisional course. And then I got my placement. Well, that was fascinating. I had heard all this about volunteer service. My job turned out to be pouring formula in a little cubicle in this mountain hospital. Baby formula. And so I thought, this is interesting. You know, this is service. Well, and I thought, it is service. And very outstanding members of the league must have done this service too. So I just proceeded. Well, it wasn't long after that. The next year, Sally Kaplan was chairman of placement. She was a remarkable woman. She found me two jobs. One at the Troy, the day home, and the other at Vanderheiden Hall, which was an orphanage, let's call it. And it's no longer off Pauling Avenue as it was at that time. So one time, 1 week or 2 weeks, I'd be at the day home, and then I'd be over at Vanderheiden. My jobs were very different. At the day home, the children came and went, so you entertained them. At Vanderheiden, however, they were there all the time, and they had special needs. Not that the other kids didn't either, but anyway, So I taught reading to those children at Banbury. And I had an interesting thing happen. There were two children, a boy and a girl, brother and sister. And years later, there was a knock at my door. And I went out to the door, and here were these two kids, grown up. They had been adopted as foster children by a woman who lived up the road here, who was a dietitian at the school at which I was now teaching. So you never know how things are going to work out.